Save Our Planet: 6 Factors Driving Global Collapse. Recently on the US news website Huffington Post, American emergency survival expert and author Matthew Stein wrote an article titled The Perfect Storm: 6 Trends Converging on Collapse. In it, he described the 6 major factors facing humanity, each of which on its own could become what he called a civilization buster, but when taken as a whole would lead to a global collapse of unimaginable proportions. These civilization busters include reaching maximum petroleum production, deforestation beyond recovery, the global food crisis, population growth, fish and ocean collapse, and global warming. A multi-talented mechanical engineer who has designed homes and machines to withstand disasters, Mr. Stein is also an accomplished solo mountain climber and the author of The Survival Guide When Technology Fails, a manual for self-reliance, sustainability, and surviving the long emergency. In a recent interview, he explained the current threats to human survival.
We're consuming the natural resources of the planet faster than they can regenerate. It's like charging $100,000 on your credit cards and paying off $20,000 every year. It's like you can only keep that up for so long and then you're bankrupt. So essentially, we're living on borrowed time right now.
In his summary of the 6 criteria, Mr. Stein referred to the Massachusetts Institute of Technology's or MIT study that even with strict greenhouse gas emissions limits, the Earth's climate is still likely to warm by 6.3 degrees Celsius within a century. He also cited findings that 11 out of 15 of the world's major fisheries are on the verge of or are in collapse, that more than half the planet's forests have disappeared, and that the food security for 1/3 of the global population is threatened already due to prolonged droughts in India and China alone. The scientists emphasized with hope, however, that we can still counter these dire tendencies.
If we do not reverse these trends, there is a 100% guarantee that each individually will cause collapse, and collectively, there's no chance. The chance is in making change. We must change the way we do business on our planet.
Our thanks, Mr. Stein, for helping to further identify the multiple and imminent challenges faced by humanity today. May such insights prompt us to act quickly to avert such dangers and save our planetary home.
In this October 2009 video conference in Indonesia, Supreme Master Ching Hai reaffirmed, as she often has, the most immediate way to reverse the present crisis of our Earth by highlighting both its human-made cause and solution.
We must change while there is still time. Otherwise, we will face disastrous consequences and we might lose the whole world, our lives altogether. Our entire Earth is continuing to heat up from global warming, which scientists say is primarily caused by greenhouse gases emitted by the animal farms for the livestock industry. This activity of killing animals for meat has grown to vast proportions, causing immense suffering for countless animals, along with land and water pollution, massive deforestation, etc., etc. Meat production also means fishing, After billions of these underwater animals have been snatched from their homes and killed en masse, our oceans are now gravely imbalanced. The cumulative impact of all these destructive activities is really beyond measure. Stopping meat and dairy consumption and fishing, poultry, or the animal product is the fastest and most effective way to cool our planet and halt these dangerous changes.
Save Our Planet. Black rhinoceroses return to their wild home in a $6.8 million project funded by the Singita Grumeti Fund. 6 East African black rhinoceroses have been airlifted from South Africa to the Serengeti National Reserve in Tanzania. The critically endangered herbivorous species is now returning to their home of origin after being evacuated 46 years ago for their protection from poachers. The project, known as the Serengeti Rhino Repatriation Project, is a collaborative effort of the South Africa-based Singita Grumeti Reserves, Germany's Frankfurt Zoological Society and the Tanzanian National Parks Authority. Currently, there are 33 black rhinos living in the Serengeti ecosystem, which represents a slow but steady increase from only 2 in 1991. About 30 more are planned to be flown back to Tanzania. Many thanks and our heartfelt congratulations Singita Grumeti Fund and all organisations and conservationists helping to preserve the black rhino population. May these beautiful animals grace our earth in expanding numbers as they thrive in their natural homeland once more.
Save Our Planet, a new survey from US-based Ernst & Young finds that 70% of executives from global corporations across 18 different industry sectors plan to increase climate-related investments over the next 2 years.
Save Our Planet. Yemeni Undersecretary of Agriculture and Irrigation Mohammed Al-Ghasham meets with the director of China's Sunzone Solar Power Company to discuss replacing fossil-fueled irrigation pumps with a solar-powered version as a way to provide farmers with a sustainable energy source while saving them money at the same time.
Save Our Planet, a recent United Nations report calls for a green revolution in Africa that would provide millions of small farmers with sustainable innovations and technologies that could be adapted to suit their needs for better assurance of stable food supplies across the continent.
Save Our Planet, stating that forest cover in all 6 northeastern New England states is declining. Researchers at Harvard University in the USA call for conserving 70% of the region as forest land.